enroll.com. Yeah, and you can see the details for all the live streams, this and upcoming tutorials. You're free to ask anything about programming or lifestyle topics in live chat. As you can see here, I have a link to the YouTube channel where you can post your chat requests. You can watch a video there, or you can simply, the video is also embedded in the article. Don't worry, if you're on another channel, whether you're on Odyssey, Rambo, or BitChute, I got you covered. I'm doing a multi-stream at the same time, so you can go to those channels. I do have the links to those channels at the bottom of every page. It's in the field, including YouTube. All right, and also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed so far this month. Thank you very much. Keep it up. It's helped the channel grow. And now I do get regular requests for some of my viewers and subscribers. And that's great because it helps. I can tailor the content just to you guys, especially when I learn things or things I've done in the past, I can share with everybody. So it's all about sharing and improving. So let's get on to today's tutorial. I'm going to, as you can see here, this little animation sits it's spiraling text. Now I made it as simple as possible. Obviously you can put something in the middle so that it can spiral around it, but this is a nice beginner one. You can see basically all it does, it keeps on going round and round and round, spiraling around. Right now it's through space, but I'm saying you can easily add something in the middle and it will scroll around it. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I do have a demo for you as well. I'll show you that in a second. So this is of course the beginner friendly tutorial. We're exploring how to create a stunning CSS3 3D text spiral animation effect. We're going to rotate forward. Obviously you can rotate way more words than that. And as you can see, they rotate in the what do you call it? It's in the same space. But I'm saying is that you can easily rotate them, for example, on an angle. You can do that as well, so that, for example, instead of rotating just round and round and round, you can rotate it maybe top to bottom as well. As so you can easily do that. Now I'll show you that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a night stream today because it's as you guys know, it snowed for about 3 days straight. So I literally need to go out there and clear the driveway, clear path to the chicken hoop. So I'll be a little busy. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I was working earlier today. I mean, for paid work. I'm a freelance programmer, so I was doing that. I really just finished just a few minutes ago, so I haven't had a time to myself yet. All right, and where was I here? Okay, so you can embed this in something like your blogs or your web pages, etc. So you're gonna learn basic HTML structure, CSS3 animations, and how to apply a 3D perspective. That's very, very important, and to achieve the spiraling effect. So in case you don't know, the CSS3 has 3D effects. They're called effects. They're not really 3D. They're really more like 2.5D. But they fool your eyes into thinking it's 3D. Okay, it's not full 3D. It's very close, but it's not there yet. So that's why you have to add a 3D perspective. If you don't do that, it will look really terrible. So you do need to add a 3D perspective. That's something I had to learn myself. Just be aware of that. And if you're impatient, I have the HTML here for you. You can simply just grab that, and then you can grab the CSS as well. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have a container class. We're going to have a word class. That way you don't have to do each one individually, but you can if you wish. And then there's going to be a rotation animation as well, which, as I said, it goes from 0 to 360 degrees in a 3D space on the y-axis. So I said, like, you probably want to do on a z-axis as well, or fully to if you change the x and y, you can fully to think that it's actually the y-axis, even though it's just really as I said, 2.5D. And then you can have a fade-in effect as well. I'll show you all that stuff as well. Okay, and then you can capture a screenshot, even create a live screencast to show the effect in action. Once you've created your spiral, take a few screenshots to highlight the rotating words in different stages. So that's what I did. So you can do the same thing. And then once the animation is placed, you can customize the words, the speed of the rotation, and even the colors. The power of CSS3 allows you to create beautiful and complex animations with minimal effect. So I do have the demo here. This is a live demo. Yeah, you see that? This is a live demo. So just to show you that it does work, like I implemented right on my website. See, this is the live demo. Okay, and here are some screenshots, and then obviously this is the live stream. For example, you play here. Live demo. And remember I showed you guys there will be an embedded video. This is the one here, so it's live. So with that said, I have let's get started with the coding part here. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of CSS stuff. You guys might recall some of this we've done in the past. Actually, one of my I guess newer subscribers, he was asking about what was it? The color pick I did earlier. So I was showing her that you can use, because she was asking if you can change it. For example, she wanted to do, I think it was HSL. HSL, I think she wanted to do CMYK, and I told her yes, you can simply, but it's not built in. You have to do some conversion, whether it's JavaScript or whatever other language you want to use on the server side. You can do that. Then she asked if you can do it to, for example, change the colors of images, and I told her you most likely need to use filters. So then I told her how to use filters. I gave her an example which I've also done, and then another here. See, remove background. I gave her this example, remove background, and then after that she was saying how she wants to do part of an image, and I told her yes. For example, if you guys remember this one, where I think this one was to, I think it was splitting the background image or something like that. Yeah, split image animation. So there it is right there. Alright, so today's tutorial is, it should be here. Where is it? Text spiral. So I'm going to open this up in the GNOME text editor. Here's the GNOME text editor. There we go. GNOME text editor here, and this guy here. So as you can tell, most of this code is going to be simply the CSS. So we have the doc type, and then HTML. The language is not needed because, I mean, for me it's just going to be English, but you can put it there if you want. If you put the language like this, lang equals, for example, ing, and you even locale, for example, I can say ing, I can put US, or I can put CA, or whatever other languages. I think there's UK and etc. etc. If you do that as well, which is generic one, the web browser will automatically translate. For example, if you have things like forms, other things as well, they can do that for you. The child set, I don't need this because I'm using Linux. The POS type systems, they use UTF-8 by default. The only one that was changed was Microsoft used to use UTF-16. I don't know if they still do that for historical reasons, or they kept it. I don't know. I think they're moving. I've seen a lot of stuff by Microsoft which blows my mind, because they do also mention UTF-8 now. That's great. And the viewport, this is for devices like your cellular phone, which obviously they don't have the width. So I set the initial width to 1. That means that it will scale properly, especially when you're in vertical. If you're in not landscape, portrait mode. And the title here, this is what shows up. For example, you see here in this web browser, it says pure CSS 3D text. That's what this does here with the title. And then of course I have the styles. So I'll go this is a styling tutorial, so I'm actually gonna go through the styles. Thanks Mo Iran. Okay, thanks for the claps. The claps back to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so when you see this asterisk, that means it targets every single element on the page. And you see we're going to set the, so this is called a reset. We set the margin to 0, padding to 0, and the box sizing, we set this to border box. I'll explain what this means later. If you ever try to do some CSS styling and then you notice, for example, like this one here, you notice that it's not flush with the others. The reason for that is because it uses by default the web browser uses a different box sizing. So I like to set it to border box so that I can make everything exactly flush like this. So that's this one here, reset. If you don't do that, you'll notice, for example, this guy will be off, this guy will be off, this border will be off. So that's what I like. So this is called a reset. And web browsers by default, they give some margin. Have you ever seen it will say something like margin start? You have some padding as well. So those are really annoying when you're trying to style. So you always have a reset. So this is the most basic minimum reset. And then in the body, you can set whatever font you want. I use Arial here. I prefer sans serif because I let people decide whatever font they want to use. So I like the sans serif. If you don't know what this means, it basically the sans means without. So for example, if you look at the fonts here, the one I used on the web browser, you see here the I and F here, or any other character. It doesn't have that low. It's not quite cursive, but it doesn't have those little curves. That's what that means. Sans serif. Obviously, Arial is one of them. Courier is another one, but Courier is not very good for websites. And I mean, depending on the type of content and what you're trying to display. And you see, I give it a background color. This is, I think, a darkish, light of grayish color, or off-white. Then the height 100 this means viewport height, means it's going to take up the 100% of whatever the view the height will be. And display flex, this is called flex box. So this allows you to do other things that in the past it was very hard. You have to do like positioning and all that. So this allows you to do, for example, the justify content center, means it's going to be in the middle, and align item center. This is going to be smack in the middle, top, bottom, left, right. That's what that does. It's much easier than positioning everything together. And we have our container, because I only have 4 words, so I made the width 400 pixels and the height 400 pixels as well. So it's going to be a perfect square. The animation is called rotate spiral. You'll see that later. I set it for 10 seconds. Infinite means it continuously goes on. If you put forward or backward, it's going to be reverse. Sorry, forward and backward, and then it will stop. I put infinite means it keeps on going. And linear, that means it's a curve. So it's going to be, it's going to be a straight curve, so about 45-degree angles. And so by default, it's like it starts off slow, then speeds up, and then slows down again. It's like this. It's like an S curve. So I don't like that. I just want linear, meaning it's constant. And this is the part I was telling you. You need to put this. Preserve 3D. If you don't put this, it won't look nice. It will basically you see it will be in 2D. The animation will be 2D. So I remember I told you want to make it look as 3D as possible. So you do need to do this. You have to put preserve 3D. So this is going to fool humans into thinking that's actually 3D. It's actually not. Remember, CSS cannot do 3D, but it comes very, very close, 2.5D. So they make sure you add this preserve 3D. Okay, and then for each of the words, we have a class, and then it's going to be position absolute. If you remember in the container here, we put position relative, so we put position absolute. The font size is set to 40 pixels. We give it another color. It's a greenish color. Font weight bold, transform origin center, text align center, opacity 0, and animation fade in 10 seconds infinite. So this is another animation. So there's one animation for the container, because the container is going to be moving, and then each of our words also going to be moving. And you see here we use keyframes. This is CSS3 for our rotate spiral. You see at 0 when it starts, it's going to transform. You see rotate Y 0 degrees, translate Z 150 pixels and 25%. The rotate Y will be 90 degrees, translate Z is going to be 150 pixels as well. So and then 50%, rotate Y is 180 degrees, translate Z is 150 pixels, and 100%, rotate Y is 360 degrees, translate Z is 150 pixels. And then remember we have the fade in for each of our words. You see that one we're just going to do opacity. So at 0 to be 0, opacity, 25% will be 1 opacity, and then 75% it's still at 1% opacity, and 100% it goes to 0 opacity. I can probably drop this. You can change it to whatever you want. Now, to target each of our words, we're going to use the nth child. For example, the first one, meaning the first word. You see it transforms again on the y-axis, 0 degrees. Translate z is 150 pixels. So basically, we put it in different places, and translate y is minus 50 pixels. And as you can see here, and then in the second word, the rotate y 90 degrees. Translate z is 150 pixels. The third one, rotate y is 180 degrees. Translate z is 150 pixels, and translate y is 50 pixels. So meaning we don't want the words all going in the same space, so we just put them in different positions. That's all that does. And the fourth one, rotate y 270 degrees. Translate z is 150 pixels. And then here is the HTML. Very simple, very simple. There's a div, class, container, and then there's 4 divs. Each of them have the class word, and each of them have different words like design, develop, animate, and create. And that's the entire code. You see that? Less than 100 lines. That's it. All right, so we can run this. You don't need to have if you're testing it out, you don't need to have any web server or anything. You can simply just drag this into your web browser, and obviously if you want to test it on your phone or whatever, you need to have some type of server and then connect to it. You guys have seen me do that every time. I use, for example, either Python or PHP. They're built-in web servers for development, so those work pretty well. Or if you have a real server as well, like Apache, Nginx, anything you want, you can use those as well. But in today's tutorial, I'm simply just going to let me discard this, that's not needed. In today's tutorial, I don't need anything at all, so I will simply just drag it into the web browser. So I'm going to use the Chromium web browser. Okay, that's good enough, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so as you can see there, you see the words are on different spaces, and you can see they're all rotating. For example, if you see the word design, it starts around here, you see, and it keeps on going. There we go, see design. And animate, you see what's going on there as well. So different, they're all rotating differently. So you can imagine if something was here, like a cup or something, they're all rotating around the cup, right? They go into the back and everything. So yeah, you can see they all rotate differently. This way, left, right, they all rotate very different way, but you can see it's so that they're all basically spiraling. And I said, like, you can change the, right now they stay, the X is the same in the X space, but I'm saying you can change that as well. So for example, you can start here and then slowly goes down like that, right? So that or for example here it keeps on going like that as well, going like this instead. I guess that would be more of a spiral. This is still a spiral, just going round and round, but I'm saying is I could probably just get it go like this. That will look actually probably better, and you can easily do that in the code. I've closed it. You can change the, you can play around with the X, Y, and Z values as you guys saw that. So that's it. It's a nice simple tutorial. And I said you can also add something in the container. Can be for example an image as well. You can simply add something and that will work as well. So there you go. So that's it. Nice and simple tutorial. I might redo this one in the future. Maybe I'll see. I can redo this one and add something in the middle. Oh, you know what I can do? I think maybe when I do Blender, maybe we can do it in Blender and then do one Blender Python API. I can do something like that, and then maybe I can do something with just CSS. I'll just keep it just CSS. So just add something in the middle, and obviously make this go like this. Yeah, so that's it. Nice and simple tutorial. All right, so let's finish this up. I don't want to take too much of your time, guys. I have some additional resources. If you're interested in learning more about JavaScript and other web development techniques, I have a book called Learning JavaScript where I go over essential programming concepts for beginners. The book is available on Amazon. The link is also in the description. You can also check out my Learning JavaScript online course, which is a great way to dive deeper into JavaScript and improve your coding skills. Last year in 2024, I created a lot of tutorials based on the web IDE for the Learning JavaScript course. So you can check out those. I also have a playlist I created for that, so you can just check it out on the channel. And if you need one-on-one programming tutorials, I'm available for personalized lessons. Feel free to contact me at jambo.com/contact. The link is also in the description. So in conclusion, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or reach out to me. Happy coding. So with that said, quick reminder again, I do a live stream every single day. Simply go to jambo.com. You can see the watch menu, live sub menu. You can see topics for this and upcoming tutorials. Always 2 p.m. Eastern. As you can see, this is what we're going to do tomorrow. And then also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. It helps the channel grow. Again, I want to thank everybody who subscribed so far. Thanks very much, and just keep it up. I'm getting the word out, and I'm happy to share all my knowledge as well. And I'll learn from you guys too. If you have any requests, or feel free to, reach out, or just post them in the comments, in the chat. That helps a lot as well. All right, now to help out the channel, I have 3 recommended resources. I'm going to go backwards. The first one is a SpaceX Starlink residential service. This is my referral link. So if you use my referral link, I'll get 1 month free, and you'll get a discount. For example, right now in Canada, you get the equipment for free. It's a significant savings. For example, when I bought it, I have my equipment my hardware is the Generation 2. I paid $350 with a discount. People before me were paying thousands of dollars. So I mean, over $1,000 is what I'm saying. So just be aware of that. And if you're anywhere else around the world, you get a discount, and the type of discount duration depends obviously on your geographical location, but you definitely do get a discount if you use my referral link. And with that, I also use it for not just high-speed internet. For example, I told you guys earlier today, I'm using it right now for live streaming on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. No problems at all. And you guys have seen me, especially when I do the night streams. I do download a lot of stuff. No problems again. And for example, as I said, it snowed the last 2-3 days. It's solid. No problems, no downtowns. It's actually been more so than when I was actually downtown Toronto using the Rogers cable. That was always like every month it would be down on problems and everything. I haven't had any problems like that here so far. And I also use it for my phone because I'm in a rural area. The internet doesn't exist, and the cellular service is very sporadic. So with that, I'm able to use Wi-Fi calling, and I'm able to receive calls, voice calls, text messages. I also send as well, including the picture messaging, also called MMS, or multimedia messaging. Okay, the next one is an affiliate link. It's for this guy here. It's called the Honeywell HeatBud Personal Ceramic Heater. It's on Amazon. It has switches there. As you can see, there's off, low, and high, and then it has a trip protection here, meaning if it flips over, it will turn off. So low is 170 watts. The high is 250 watts. So this little guy helped me save over $100 on the coldest month of last winter. That was February. So I paid $250. So just to let you know, the year prior, I was paying about $350 a month in propane. Propane is only used for the furnace to heat up this house, so it's very expensive. So with this guy, I was able, and last winter was very harsh, so I was able on the coldest to save $100. You know why? Because I put the house temperature at 16 degrees Celsius, and I used this guy for my personal space here to heat up. Instead of heating up the entire house to 20 degrees, this guy helped me heat up obviously my personal place, like right here where I'm working. Now I usually use low, but you can put high. So I did some calculations for you guys. So if I leave it on high for about 10 hours, it probably cost me about $5, right? At 22 cents per kilowatt hour. That includes the taxes and the delivery and all that stuff. So that's way cheaper than about $1 for propane per liter, including delivery and taxes. So this guy, fantastic. So this winter, Actually the cold season started early. As I said, I have to go outside today and clear up the snow. There's actually a lot of snow. The car is all filled with snow as well, the driveway and obviously the chicken coop. So I have to do that. So anyways, what I'm saying is that I leave the temperature at 15 degrees right now. If it gets cold, I might bump it up to 16. It's still last winter. I said when I started using this little guy, I was living at 16.5. So I still have some wiggle room there. Anyways, I do. I will save a lot of money because, just for example, last month I didn't turn on the heater at all. So that meant that I saved because of this little guy here. So I will let you guys know how everything goes. But I expect to save another $100. I would save even more if it wasn't for the carbon tax. So, but yeah, I hope to. I don't want to see a bill bigger than $150 all through this winter for propane. All right. Then finally, I'm also promoting my novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. It's by me there. You see my name, Enroll Jambo. It's about a scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind. So he has to regain control of his mind and the AI system he created. This is the back. You see, this is the paperback version. You see the pages in there. Yeah, real pages. There's also an ebook version for this psychological thriller. Both of them are very affordable. The majority of the cost goes towards the, for example, this paperback version. It goes towards obviously printing and shipping, and for the ebook version it goes towards obviously storage costs. So you can pick them up on Amazon right now. The link is also on my website. I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, so let me know what you think. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get it actually for free. So so it's here in my bio, every article. Just go to any article on jambo.com. You can see there's a link to my book page on Amazon. Then if you need any support, you can go to jamboservices.com, the contact page. And if you want to go to the online courses, they are jamboshop.com. The link is right there as well, just in my bio. Any article, you'll find it. All right, so with that said, I'm going to check the live chats. I'm going to start off with Odyssey. It looks like Odyssey fixed that bug where I had to refresh like 3 times, so that's fantastic. And let's go to I'm gonna refresh Rumble. Okay, today Rumble doesn't have a live chat, which is fine. Then finally BitChute, there's no live chat as well. I was getting a few live chats for the past 3 or 4 tutorials. And then obviously YouTube, I got a bunch of emojis for more. Thank you very much. Okay, so with that said, guys, I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, as I said. So I'll even give you a quick reminder there. Subscribe if you haven't. It helps a lot. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye now. Have a great day.